A narcissist is not just a departure, it's a rupture in the very fabric of their existence. And when you leave, they are left in a state of pure, unrelenting chaos. You may think it's over for you, but the truth is that the storm they have always created around them is just beginning. The world they've carefully constructed begins to fall apart. The delicate mask they've worn so carefully starts to crack, and in that fracture, a whirlwind of insecurity, rage, and panic takes root. The chaos that follows in their life is not just about their loss of control over you, it's a collapse of their entire illusion. And that collapse brings with it an emotional avalanche that they are ill-prepared to face. Now, let's not make the mistake of feeling too much sympathy for them. You must understand something crucial. Their entire identity is built on dominance, manipulation, and the distortion of reality. When you leave, it's not just you who is walking away. You're walking away from the madness they created, and it's the madness itself that will haunt them in ways they cannot reconcile. They may seem fine, or even get angry, or worse, remain cold and detached, but beneath that veneer, there's an existential panic brewing. The world they've tried to dominate, to warp in their image, suddenly becomes uncontrollable. They may try to convince you otherwise, but the truth is they fear the loss of control more than anything, and that is where their destruction begins. Leaving a narcissist doesn't just set you free, it sets them into a frenzy because they can no longer define their own self-worth. You may never know the full extent of the chaos that erupts in their world once you're gone. But what you can know with certainty is that by leaving, you have disrupted the greatest thing they feared. Losing the power they once held over you. They are left with their own reflection, one that they can no longer manipulate, one that reveals their fragility, and that is the torment they will never be able to escape. The aftermath of your departure is not simply a matter of revenge, it's about the breakdown of their false self. When you leave, they must confront themselves in a way that is often too painful for them to endure. The consequences are internal, and they linger long after you've walked away. There's no escaping that internal collapse, no pretending it didn't happen. You've shattered their version of reality, and now they must face the truth they can no longer deny. And the truth is this: they will never be the same again. Not because they understand the depth of their actions or feel remorse, but because the illusion they've been living in is no longer intact. They are left with the painful truth that they can't control everything, and that in itself is a form of chaos that will haunt them indefinitely.